I am a big fan of the Life is Strange series. I still remember, and very fondly, of playing the original back on my Xbox One in 2015, with Max Caulfield leading me through an episodic adventure of heartfelt, gut-wrenching greatness. Max has now returned in the latest entry, Life is Strange Double Exposure, and after playing through this game, I'm kind of dreading what the future holds for the series now. When Max discovers that one of her dear friends is murdered, she goes on a quest to find out the truth behind it. This is not a spoiler, by the way. This is what happens at the very beginning of the game, so yeah. Max has lost the ability to rewind time, though, and instead now has the power to split the timeline itself. One timeline where her friend is alive, and one timeline where her friend is dead. I love this concept, and at first the game started off really interesting and was a lot of fun. It was great walking around Caledon University, exploring the areas, interacting with objects, and taking photos again. The investigation side of things was engaging and entertaining, the choices you made felt meaningful still, and it was really cool to see the differences between the two timelines. After the first two episodes, however, things started to fall apart, and the slow and steady train wreck was not a sight to behold. Without spoiling anything, and it's difficult to explain this game without doing that, the game loses, I would say, its identity. I think the developers over at Deck 9 generally tried their best to do the franchise justice, but they just don't seem to understand why so many of us love the original games. From a technical side, I mean, the game is fine. The graphics look nice, although there are some texture issues you can notice from time to time. The frame rate is stable, and there weren't any bugs or glitches that I noticed at least. On the writing side though, oh god, why? Just why? I mean, your choices become less impactful, the conclusion is just awful by all accounts, and it absolutely sequel baits in the worst way possible. And there were so many plot holes, I could have played a round of golf with them. Life is Strange is a franchise that lives or dies by its story, and even the great voice acting in this game couldn't save some of the lines, ideas, plot twists, and narrative as a whole. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything here, but it's bad. It's really bad. And it sucks. It left such a bad taste in my mouth that I'm not even certain I want a sequel for this game now, which is funny considering how this game chose to rip off the Avengers superhero saga thing, where they say something like, Captain America will return at the end of the credits, and this game does that. And my honest to Chloe response was, please don't. Just don't. All I can say is I'm disappointed. This was easily the most disappointing game I played in 2024 so far. I think Deck 9 and Square Enix really need to do some better research and think long and hard about how they want to go forward with this franchise. Life is Strange Double Exposure did not work, but it could have if they had better writing, more sensible results, and less of a focus on superpowers, with more of an emphasis on all the human aspects that made the originals so dang great, then this game would have been a triumph. Unfortunately though, I'm left worrying about one of my favorite franchises, and it pains me to give this letter grade, but Life is Strange Double Exposure, at best, is getting a C+. It had some good things going for it. It's the best looking game of the series, the soundtrack was still spot on, and the characters and voice acting worked well enough. It's just that everything else about the game didn't, and I'll have a more thorough explanation when I inevitably do a spoiler discussion video, but this will have to do for now. Guys, thank you for watching this. Let me know what you thought about this game, and as always, I'll see you next time. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout, praise be to Yevon, and, oh man, sorry, I'm so bummed out right now. I really wanted to like this game, I just, okay, I'm done now. Take care.